Yeah, well, Prof here, and we've got another box for you guys right down there. And this one's a little bit different. You've seen some audiophile content on the channel. Well, I am working from home as of late because they're remodeling the office, and I thought though I have some nice headphones over here. We've got here's my two kind of not end game, but pretty end game for me. R70Xs, Audio-Technica R70Xs, and Sony M1STs. Always loved the Sony monitor or reference monitor sound, and these R70Xs I think are coming to be more appreciated within recent years. They're super lightweight, have a really balanced sound, yet it's nice and smooth and easy to listen to. But since I've basically been, if you notice, no speakers down here in the temp setup, and also with work where I have to use the microphone, can't really use the speakers. So, what we did is I ordered up a new pair to test out, and I went, since I previously would use the M1STs at work because everybody else is around, the closed back's very nice. However, at home, it's nice to have the open backs for your ears breathing a bit more, especially a lot of allergies this season so far. Yeah, the cute little Gertrude. Hey, Gertrude. So we got our tactical knife co. This is the Nautilus Rockwall thumb stud, or Rockwall thumb stud in the Nautilus colorway. Or we could use the tactical keychains Tuck XLES, which is the Elite series, which is this nice blue abalone inlay there. Really classy looking. I'm gonna go with this guy because there's a new run from Tactical Keychain or Tactical Knife Co. on their new knife, the Maverick. So I might as well. What's in here, you might ask? Well, obviously eBay stuff, but a brand new pair, completely unopened. Looks like that's shipped from eBay as well, because that is like legitimately an eBay box. I don't think eBay ships those to you. Maybe it's actually shipped by eBay. eBay does do that now. They also like forward international sales and stuff like that. Brand new pair of Phillips Fidelio X1s. And you might be like, why didn't you get the X2s? Some people say the X1's actually a better sound. Primary changes from the X1 to the X2 is replaceable ear cups, and apparently this has like a high resistance cable. So they replaced that with a lower resistance cable there. But I think these are slightly heavier possibly as well. I don't know how they weigh them. The design between the X1 and the X2 physically is almost identical. So I thought I'd go for the originals, especially because I found a brand new pair on eBay. Look at that. Completely unopened. Here's another thing. This one ships with 1/4 inch with an adapter, whereas the X2s are 3.5 mil. Nice thing though is the cable is just a 3.5 mil on the headphone side. So realistically, you can use any cable you want with it. Plenty of places. Like I usually get mine from Audio Sound out of the UK. They make some very nice. They make cables for my R70Xs when very few people do that. They can no longer get the ones that lock for those, but they do have compatible 2.5 millimeter plugs. So when it comes to open backs, the R70Xs are actually pretty small when it comes to open back headphones. They're not like really small, but I was looking for actually like the same size, actually ideally more compact. So there's a chance I maybe should have gone with the L1 or L2s, which have like not this suspension headband, but it's just a flat headband. Maybe if I like these, I might do that as well, because these are a 50 millimeter driver, whereas the L1 and L2s are 40 millimeters. Ooh, the presentation on this is super duper nice. There's some very hard silica gel. Get your snack on. Ooh, these are a bit rougher than I thought they'd be. Like the ear cup is a bit rougher is what I mean. Like the texture on this like velour is actually a little bit rough. They're super flexible. You see that? But like they're... I'll try popping on my head real quick. Hopefully you're able to see how they look. There's no cable plugged in right now. But yeah, I'd say they're actually, in the end, they're probably about the same size, if not maybe even a little bit bigger than the R70Xs. Let's go grab those real quick. These aren't too big. We'll see with the cable. I actually, when I had the newest cable made for the R70Xs, I actually made sure they made the plugs as short as they could, because where they come out, they rub into, especially wearing like a sweatshirt, they rub into your shoulder. Alright, here's what the R70Xs look like. Yeah, they're definitely smaller. Considerably smaller. Thinner this way. Smaller around, like ear cup way as well. This is where it starts rubbing with these right here. That's why the new cable, like the original cables, come down to like there for like the plug. It's real annoying. It rubs and stuff over here. But so if I end up liking these, I may have to check out the L1 or L2 just to see if we can, maybe I can get some measurements online to see if they are indeed smaller than these. But for how small and lightweight the R70X is, it is amazing the sound that comes out of them. Because they're like $350 if you can find them. I think originally the X1s here were like $300. They decreased in price when the X2s came out. Those were $300. X3s now are somewhere around $300. I got those for $80 flat, shipped brand new in the box. So they're definitely like a more bear huggy, wider clamp on the head for sure. Alright, so this is definitely a rougher material. It's like a velour. Whereas this is closer to, I want to say like an Alcantara. I don't know if it actually is, but it's like a microfiber Alcantara style. That's all cat fur on it. There's a cat. I'm sure these being even rougher will pick up just as much. With the Sonys, I have the Yaxi pads on here. Same sort of like microfiber on there. If you're getting M1STs, you gotta get the upgraded pads. The cups are far too shallow for my American ears. otherwise. Like, I can make them work, it's just they weren't comfortable. Now I can basically wear those, well, I do wear them for a whole day at work. It's just that they are, you know, the difference with a closed back is it does just kind of heat up a little bit compared to an open back. Here. I did not realize that the X1s are going to be this big. But as an example, like, they don't look that big because you think of this as the speaker or this is the thing, but it's actually way up here. So they're quite a bit wider. Top metal band even, they kind of look similar because they're a suspension style. This has the two pads, and there's the metal band here. Well, this metal band is even thicker. So it's definitely bigger than what I was really looking for, but I've heard that these sound really, really good, especially for the price that you can get them for. And I normally actually side with closed backs, especially now that I've got those R70Xs. I don't try too many open backs unless a friend picks a pair up, or I buy a pair for a friend, stuff like that. Just because if I'm going to use a headphone, it's often like a closed back, or Porta Pros. I love Porta Pros. So just got a suspension style. I've kind of got used to that. They look really nice. Yeah, you saw when I opened the box there. So let me get them plugged in, and we'll get trying them out. I think for the $80, they're definitely gonna be worth it. Like I said, originally $300 headphones. I didn't even know necessarily that these were like a decent set of headphones. I knew Phillips had, like, I think it was like the 9500s were very popular. I was never a big fan of those, but those did make me think, like, oh, maybe Phillips makes a smaller sized open back over the head headphone. Because, like, say, like, if you look at, like, what is it, K712s would be another one I was looking at, or go like the route of Grados, which would be, those are definitely small. They're almost on ear for most of theirs, though. So I was like, I don't know what's in between. And then, like I said, I found these brand new eBay. There's not been a brand new pair of X1s within the last 30 days sold. And there were broken pairs that sold as much as these were going for. You can see how quickly they pick up cat hair, though. All I did was put it on the blanket. In here, what you get is you get a really nice adapter, 1/4 inch to 3.5 mil. I wouldn't use this one. Sennheiser, I believe, makes a really nice one. Grado might as well, where it's like a proper, like, cable to do this with. I might have even given mine to Squares before. But if you like this style, I mean, the plug's already going to be massive, though. So I generally use, like, the dongle style. Oh, it's underneath the hard. Hold on. So there's a big 1/4 inch, and this is why you don't just use this for a 3.5 mil. Look at how long that is. That's like my fist long. Supposedly this cable, and it looks really nice. Pretty lightweight, braided. This one has been in the box for many a year. So it is a little stiff, but then it does come with this little loop to tie up the excess cable on it in here. So it snaps on here, and then you can snap the excess cable through here, so it's not just, you're not going to run over with your desk. Let's take a look here. When were these manufactured? Does it say? No, not on that at least. Imported for USA, blah, blah, blah. Canada, blah, blah. 2013 copyright. So yeah, these have been in the box better part of 10 years, unless that has changed, or is not the box has not changed in the entire lifespan. But these are possibly 10 years old, never opened. I'm gonna give them a shot, and we'll pick the video up from there.